Okay, this garden gets watered twice a week. It is in full shade or partial shade, I don't know. This is daytime. This is noon. I got this plant from Home Depot. It was purple, but now you see it's starting to revert to green. This plant I got from Home Depot at the same time. It had covered this space, but I don't know what happened. I don't have it there now, so it's got to grow again. I know it will grow in the spot because you see how it covered out from here. So you never know. Maybe my gardener thought it was a weed, but I'm hoping, or maybe my gardener thought he could put weed killer on this plant and not kill this plant, and it killed this plant and not this plant. I don't let my gardener do the weeding because my garden is unique. And this is an iris that doesn't flower but grows just fine. It doesn't flower because there's not enough sun for it to flower, but it's enough sun for it to grow, and it looks like this without flowers. Same iris I grow in the sun. I only have one. I got a plant from somebody maybe 10 years ago, and this is where they grow the best, in the shade, but they don't flower there. This is a Stewart growing in the shade. This is the same plant I just showed you in the sun, and as you can see, it's filling out in this space, and it's got a little variegation on it. If you look, a little variegation. It's only been here a year, and it's just filling out really, really fast where it has sun, and it's getting more variegated. It's pretty. This is a woodland fern. Yeah, the ferns are doing good with the lower amount of water, just twice a week for 2 or 3 minutes. And they're doing fine. I forgot what plant that is, but I have 2 plants here. That's why I forgot. One of them is a camellia, and one of them is a flowering plant that has berries that I don't think the birds like because I get tons of plants growing all the time, so I think they're not eating it. This is a plant that is I think it's asparagus fern or something. They sell it in the stores. It grows wild in my area, and I just think it's nice. I started seeing this, so I think somebody might have planted it. It grows wild in my area now too. This is a male fern, and it's doing okay with the water. I have to keep cutting it back so that it has enough water for its size, but it's real bushy like a sword fern, but it's more drought tolerant than a sword fern, and it takes shade better. Sword ferns really like sun, and sun and ferns mean water. So Busy Lizzie in hot pink, lipstick pink. And here I have another, oh, this one looks like it's got caterpillars on it. It's got Eden on it, so that's good. So I'll get some flowers out of, I'll get some butterflies out of this one. That's wonderful. And it's nice and big, so they'll be able to eat a while. And then there's another male fern. You can see how it looks. These can take full shade, partial shade, whatever. And see how it kind of grows out. Very rustic, old-fashioned fern. See, it even has its little flowers and everything on it. Well, what you call a flower and a fern. These things. Yeah, that's what gives it that shape. And you can see it's got the light color coming in there and the dark color. And here's my rose begonia. I did a full video on this one, but the flower's even better now. Salmon, look at that. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. And this is the same pelargonium that was in the sun. You can see In the shade it grows bushy, but it won't flower. It has never flowered for me in this spot, but it grows nice and bushy. I love the leaf form in the shade. Who knew? This is sweet woodruff. Doing well in the shade. And this is supposed to be Stewart. I don't think this is Stewart. I planted some other ones, so maybe this is one of the other ones that came up. But it's pretty. It's very fiery looking. It offers some light to this corner. So yeah, that's good. And let's go on to the house plants. This is a fig that I got from Home Depot years ago. I used to keep it in the house. And now that I've started watering it, I didn't water it off for a while because they said we couldn't water it. I thought that meant not at all. But they said, no, you can water it twice a week. So now I'm watering it twice a week, and it's leafing out again. This plant is a tropical plant. Also, you know, something I picked up from the house plant section. I'm in Southern California. Most house plants are patio plants for me. And it's doing really good. And it was doing this good without me watering it out. So I think this plant is drought tolerant. I wouldn't put it in the ground though, because if it can do that well in that little part with no water for a year, it would be a terror in the ground. Now I'll come over here. This is my Kentia fern. I love the Kentia fern. It's my favorite fern. I just love the gracefulness of it. And I lost a few leaves on this one, maybe 3 or 4 when I wasn't watering it. But she's a trooper. She's come back. She went down to 1 leaf, and she's now putting out a 3rd leaf. She's not giving up on me. And I think these plants are now kind of popular. This was growing at the mall parking lot. And I snagged a clipping and put it in the ground. It's been growing here for 3 years. And from a little bitty clipping, it's now climbing up the palm. And those are some bulbs that didn't bloom this year, but they came back. And now let's go over here. It's my aloe vera. In my part of the country, you get aloe vera from people when your aloe vera, when their aloe vera plant gets overgrown, then they say, would you like an aloe vera? And then they dump some of their aloe vera on you. But here she is. I'd just like for you to see the size of this pot. It's very tiny. There's an avocado tree that lost all its branches when I wasn't watering, but now it's still alive. You see the avocado tree there? It's still alive. Lost all its leaves. I'm hoping that it grows new leaves. I don't know, because the tip is dry, so I don't know if it's going to sprout from the bottom. But the aloe vera actually got bigger. I don't know if that's because it started taking space from the avocado tree. And that avocado tree grew from a seed. Every once in a while I get a seed that's growing. I'm like, well, let me put it in a pot, see if it'll grow with my aloe vera. And it likes the same conditions as the aloe vera. So there it is with the aloe vera. Here's another ficus. This ficus needs no water at all. It'll just go summer dormant, lose all its leaves in the summer. As soon as it gets water again, it will start to leaf off. So you see that I gave it a little bit of water. And so it's got a few leaves there. So that's my drought tolerant garden. Everything that wasn't drought tolerant died, and everything that is drought tolerant, that's my garden. So, Emmanuel.